Right, Mrs. Harris saw that lovely Australian man who does faceting. Vintage time? Yes, that's the one, I think. Well, I'll find out anyway. And Mrs. Harris wants this gem done. She saw it on television and thought, isn't that nice? So this is what she wants, this is what she shall have. It's a sort of crisscross design, which does look good if it works out when I do it, but we'll have a go. And what we're going to make it out of, I have this lovely pink sapphire ball. So it's an extremely hard material, and I'm basically going to just shape it down and see what we can get out of it. Anyway, I'm going to start by just trimming it a little bit, and then we'll take it from there. So now that I've shaped it, I've put it on a dop, and I'm using the accuracy of the machine to get my perfect oblong. Thank you very much. Say good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Tea up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, I can't do everybody well.
So I'm putting on about a 500 disc now to just put a fine tune in on the size, because when you've got an oblong stone, the accuracy of your initial starting points, in other words the 4 flat edges, helps greatly with following the facets on the plan. So they've got to be accurate. So I've now got a finer disc, and I'm going to just smooth this off and get it extremely accurate. Going to do this on all 4 edges, check the size, and then we're ready to start faceting properly. Right, so with the right size, it's a little bit of a groove out at the top there, but since the stone's going to come in, that doesn't matter. So we're making the best of the material that we've got. Right, let's make a start. So the stone we're cutting this time is called a cross cut. I've never done one of these before, and it has a wonderful effect, and let's see how we get on. This is new to me, so I'm not sure how it's going to go, but let's enjoy the process. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to go all the way to well, let's just get going. Now, because this is a very dense and hard material, corundum, this corundum is a corundum ball, so it's man-made, but it has all the same properties, refractive index, colouring, chemical structure of a pink sapphire. The great joy of these things is that it's actually a sapphire, and it would take an expert to be able to tell that it is not an expensive sapphire. The main reason, or the main way you can tell, is that it's flawless inside, and there's no such thing as generally a perfectly flawless corundum. There's always something in there. So I'm going to start on a very harsh disc, 100, just to get rid of some of the initial stone, and then we'll transfer it to a 240. Alright. Here we go. It's going to be noisy. I'll show you the first initial cut, and then we'll knock the noise off on anything else, so you can have some nice music in the background. Perhaps something from Sri Lanka, since that's where the machine was made, and that's where sapphire normally comes from. So I've swapped out to a 240 disc now, so we're getting close, and there's a little piece fractured off there because the 100 disc is okay for generating the shape, but not okay as you get close to the culip point. You want it smoother. So this will be a lot quieter now, and a lot easier on the stone. So let's just find the level on the other side, 96. So this is where we're at. The plan gives you the angles. It doesn't give you any instructions. So the critical here is how big the crown is. Now, looking at the crown, it is supposed to be 2.43 millimeters, and we're about 3.5 there, which gives us enough room. 3.54 gives us enough room for a millimeter girdle. So I'm not going to go right to the point, which is what you normally do. I'm going to start putting in the other facets and just see how it pans out. As I said, it's not a helpful plan, so you've got to figure it out yourself. So I'll put the next lot in, which is at 58.99 again, and that's at 24. Sorry, you can't see that, that's at 24. So what we're basically going to do is keep that point there for now, and then angle in the next two facets, which should come down. I don't like the fact it doesn't give you many instructions, but we'll work it out as we go along. Okay, so it's a very strange cut. I wanted to increase the width just to be on the safe side of the crown, so I've done that, put those angles in, everything's lining up. So let's see where it goes now. 46.12. Well, this has been interesting. Basically, we've had to guess on the four corners. Sorry, turn the noise down. We've had to guess on the four corners and then put the other little facets in. So, wow, not an easy stone to do. So now we've got it in, I can basically see how it's going to pan out. And what I'll do is now get to the 3000 disc and just polish these off and get them accurate, and then put in the girdle, and then we're ready to polish up properly. Anyway, let's transfer across the disc and we'll take it from there. Right, so we lost power, but we're back again, and as you can see, I've cut the stone using a 1200 disc because this is fairly hard, and I'm just starting the polishing now. I'm using the Sterling polishing lap, which is designed specifically for rubies and hard stones. So let's see how it comes out. So what I'm doing here is redressing the lap, which is the polishing lap, and just putting some more diamond powder on it and pushing it in with a piece of, funny enough, corundum. And then of course I lubricate it with WD-40. Okay, some issues, but I think it's going to make a good gem. We're almost there, so now it's time to dop onto a V-shaped dop and start the crown. Zero it all out. This is easy to find because it's got one big, or several big, huge girdle points. So 48.87. Yeah. 12. Gone to a 1200 diamond disc. Again, we'll be careful. I might even slow it down a bit. See, we're just putting in that corner one there. That'll do, and go to the 3000 disc once we put the other three in. $36. Very, very chilly. Right, that's where we're at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 facets in. What are we up to next? 61.17. Okay, so we're about to put the next rail in. Okay, let's see how this goes. might get drowned, little wood lice. Try somewhere else. Can go fairly speedy with this. Let's check it's landing right. This is a guess as you go along, because it's not actually lining up with anything. Okay, we're ready to start the polishing. Discovered it needs balancing again, the handpiece. It's not quite perpendicular. Good. Next angle. You can't see it yet. So if you've enjoyed this video as much as my wife is going to enjoy this gem, please push the like button, and if you're interested in this sort of content, also subscribe and you'll see some more. Thanks for watching.